Welcome to the acid room.
I'm Cydney. I am a studio art major and I concentrate in printmaking, and yeah, we're in the print studio. My name's Kendall. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm studying studio art at Texas State for my BFA. Yeah.
My name is Matthew, full name Matthew Wells. I'm from Houston, and I'm an artist or a rapper. Some would say a singer.
I ain't talking how I feel.
But yeah, I do that, bro. I dabble in the music, man.
It sounds so deep, but I feel like art makes life worth living. The fact that people are able to create these things, whether that's musical or theatrical or visual, that can represent other things or make people feel something or just release what they're feeling, I think that's really beautiful.
I think it's I think it's everywhere. I think because you can talk about your medium to kind of define it a little bit more. Some people, like I paint, some people cook, some people make music, and it's any form of communicating the human existence and like what that means to people.
You know, I try to take just a little, you know what I'm saying, every part of all the types of art that I'm, you know what I'm saying, witnessing and that's around me to like make my own thing, but still bring my own, you know, person into it and still like show myself. So yeah.
I have to plan everything. So I think the planning process is like half or more of my whole process. And a lot of people don't get that, and a lot of people work more spontaneously. And then after you start a project, it's like sticking with it and being willing to adapt. Like if it's not going your way, not putting it aside and continuing to go forward and figure out what you can do with it.
It could start multiple ways. Like I could just be like, okay, I gotta make something today. So I'll get on the computer and like I'll kind of force myself to make it. Or sometimes it'll be natural, like I'll just be like looking at beats on my phone and then I'll hear something, I'll be like, oh yeah, and then I'll just get on the computer. You know, luckily I got my own like setup, so it's quickly like accessible and stuff. So I feel like I'm just naturally just trying to make something that's like it's turning me up as I'm making it. So like I just picture that it's turning everybody else up too, you know.
Chaotic as fuck. Honestly, I think at least recently, it's been really emotional. I'd like to say it's ritualistic, but there's so much that like I don't know is gonna happen at the same time.
I think it's so different for everyone. I think for me, it starts with just like getting inspiration or getting an idea from somewhere and then building off of that.
Like whatever I'm listening to in the moment, not even just in the moment, just what I like, what I think sounds good is like whatever I'll just get on the mic and do. Like if I've been listening to some more melodic stuff, like I'll kind of be in like a more melodic headspace. But if I've been listening to some like, you know, not as melodic, just straight rapping, then like I'll be like, okay, like it'll put me in the headspace for the same thing. So yeah.
Like I think a lot of other people, like just what I create goes along with what I'm doing at the time. Like yeah, just wherever I'm going, I'll usually derive it from that, and like however I'm feeling, I'll totally derive it from that too. I think you can totally tell how I'm doing in life based on what I create.
Art for me started as kind of an emotional practice. I think I used it as a way to like release a lot of feelings and just like as an outlet. I feel like now it's still kind of an emotional practice in the way that it's like I love what I'm doing and I'm doing it because I love it, but I'm not necessarily putting my emotions into the imagery of my work, but I think there is still a lot of like emotions that probably come out whether I want them to or not.
It used to be like I used to just get on the mic and just talk about every type of emotion and just anything, but I feel like now I'm not as I'd say emotional, but I still get on the mic and say like if I'm feeling good, like I'll just be like, you know what I'm saying, I'll just get on it talking good. So, you know,
I don't know, wheels just have to kind of keep turning and I don't know, like, it's so hard to, I guess, describe the feeling of what makes me put something somewhere. So I think it's just, it either feels good and it resonates or it doesn't. And there's some things that look cool, but it also still doesn't resonate with me. So it's been interesting to navigate that alone, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of just random. I mean, all of my work, as you know, is based on fish. Like, I do a lot of stuff with fish imagery, specifically dead fish. So I think it's just finding something that makes you feel excited, and for some reason, for me, that's fish. I don't know why. But it's just kind of going out in the world, and like, if you see something you're like, that catches your eye, like remembering that or taking a picture of that, or seeing other people's work and picking out what feels good to you in that work, whether that's like the color palette or the imagery or whatever they're pairing together. But yeah, I think it's a lot of just me walking around and being like, whoa, that's sick. I want to take that.
My least favorite part is definitely like the setup and, you know, getting everything ready to record, because it just won't feel the same as like when it's first in my head, when it first comes in my head. So I definitely say the setup.
My favorite is when it's going well, and my least favorite is when it's not going well.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite part is like finding that inspiration and coming up with a cool idea, because that's always super exciting, especially when I get that sketch done or like my first draft of my drawing done. It's exciting to think of where I can go from there. I'd say my least favorite is I always get to a point in my creative process where I feel stuck and like I don't want to keep going.
Like, I would be thinking like, oh, are people gonna like this, and like, you know what I'm saying? Are people gonna really rock with this? And is this, do I sound weird on this song? Do I sound weird in this part? Do I gotta redo this part? Now for me, it's like, now I'm just making whatever I think. Like, I'm making the song to like what I think is best, like what sounds good to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
But when it comes to, I feel like people deciding which medium like they choose to deal with, and I guess it's just more about what you want to say, and sometimes that just like fits so much better in one medium than another.
There's just, I don't even know how to describe it, but when I see like a piece that resonates with me, it's like I'm almost like excited, like giddy about it. And I think since I've found like, you know, my like fish motif I've been working with, that has also made me really excited. And I think being able to create work that makes me feel the same way that some of my, looking at pieces, my favorite artists, like the way that makes me feel, I think that's what keeps me going. I'm just excited to create and see what I can make, and also, I don't know, trying new things and seeing how they come out.
We've gotten to the point where we like do shows now. Like, we had a show at the Mark a few weeks ago, bro. And just that, like, I remember when I was first started making music, and I was listening to my little band lab songs in my room, like kind of having my own little self concert, and just being like, bro, like, I just can't wait till I have a concert. And then we had the show at the Mark, and that was just that felt surreal. Like, it was like it felt like I was back in my room, like performing by myself again, but now I'm performing in front of a whole like just crowd of people, and it's just crazy, bro. So it's just like, I don't know, I feel like that'll keep going, and it'll always, like, it'll never stop. Like, I'll never not feel rewarded by this. Like, to me, it don't feel like work, and I'm trying to get to the point that it is work and I'm getting paid for it like it's work, but I don't think it'll ever feel like work, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So
my artistic style, I'm still honestly in that point. I think that there's people that would say that they could tell if something was mine or not, and they could like recognize maybe my style, but I don't think I can recognize my style, just because it is still in an experimental phase right now, and I hope it always stays like that, because that's where my it's where you get like some really like astonishing outcomes, is when it, like I said before, if it's not up to me, like I get to be surprised just as much as anybody else.
I mean, I think art is impactful for everyone, but for me, it just makes me happy. It's just exciting. Like, the world is crazy and it sucks and people are awful, but people also create beautiful things, and I think there's something to be said in that. But I love just finding new artists and seeing what they're doing, and then taking inspiration from that and saying, hey, like, what can I do? What can I create? Yeah, art's crazy, but it's great.